Hello, fellow friends, and welcome to
Weezer Review.
the show where we review Weezer, in case you didn't know that already.
Yes.
And today, we're going to be reviewing a pretty epic album, the Green Album, the greenest album.
This is the most album of the Greenlee,
Definitely.
and I would have to say this is a very good album overall. I enjoy it, it is fun, and let's get into the details, shall we?
Let's get into the Weezer.
Yeah, so firstly, we need to cover the fact that this is the third studio album ever made by Weezer, of course.
Yes.
And it came out in May 15th of 2001. So that date is actually fairly important because when people refer to the 2000 Weezers, most of the time they refer to the early 2000, which is 2001, of course, because of the fact that in the 2000s, the first 10, there were multiple studio albums that came out, and some were better than others, and a lot of people go by that rule.
Right.
However, this, I believe, is true 2001 Weezer. This is
Yes.
true 2000s Weezer. So, firstly, I would say, let's review the very first song, right? Let's review Don't Let Go.
Yes.
So, what do you think of Don't Let Go?
Don't Let Go. You want a good starting song? It's right there. Look at it. It's on the paper. It's written in stone. Don't Let Go is a fantastic song that gives me a sense of nostalgia, even though I don't feel like I've ever heard it before. Maybe it's because it's kind of its time, and it's really lovable for that. And it's a pretty simple song, just about, he has a girl and he doesn't want her to let go. But that's just the thing. It doesn't need to be complicated because it's just a good, fun song, not meant to be looked too deep into, similar to Buddy Holly. And that's mainly how most of the Green Album is. So by making this the opening song, it really sets the precedent for how the rest of the songs in the album are going to be.
So, my opinion of Don't Let Go is pretty good. Don't Let Go is a very solid Weezer song. It is very middle of the road, good Weezer. There are better songs than Don't Let Go. However, this is a very good, very Weezery sounding, very pop rock song, I have to say overall. And Don't Let Go's message is one that we are fairly familiar with Weezer and Rivers. Don't Let Go is a lot about being in a relationship and not wanting that relationship to stop or die out. And hence the reason you don't let go. Now, overall, I very much enjoyed Don't Let Go. It is I'd say it is very good and very fitting Green Album intro song, the very first track, of course.
Right.
And it very much fits the tone, or at least song-wise, of the full album. Not overall message-wise, but very, very tune-esque, I have to say.
Next up, we got a little bit of a banger here. We got Photograph. Now, what's your opinion of Photograph?
Photograph is a very nice song, I'd say. It is a very fun song, in my opinion, or mostly because of the music and the melody of it. Now, when it comes to the idea of Photograph, it is very Weezer-esque. We've known this a lot. Weezer and Rivers, of course being the main songwriter and producer of Weezer, has always gone a lot into a couple of specific types of music and genres, whether that being the type of punk rock, or rock riffs in their pop music, or it could be when it comes to the messages they give, like about being in relationships, not sure how that's working, and things of that nature, And Photograph is very connected to all the other ones, I would have to say. It is very Weezer-esque in its delivery and its ideas. Overall, it's a very solid song. It does kind of suffer from the effects of what I call Weezer syndrome, or Weezer track syndrome, where you listen to a full album of Weezer, and if you go back over and try to think of, okay, so this song from this album was track blank, I can't remember it really. However, the reason behind that is because it's surrounded by other tracks that you focus a lot more on, and it almost kind of dies out into the background.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's just kind of how a Green Album is, because there's like some pretty standout songs. Like, I mean, right after Photograph is Hash Pipe, which is one of the biggest songs off this album.
Yeah, there are some real bangers.
Exactly. It's like bangers right after this. So it's understandable that it can get lost in all of this good music, but on its own, it's pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Mhm.
So, like you were saying, our next song, our third track on the Green Album, is Hash Pipe. Now, Hash Pipe is a very enjoyable, punk rocky, riffy song. It is very fun, it is very flavorful. And the music video is very interesting as well. The music video really, it feels Weezer-y. It feels like it's filling that unique gap in music that sometimes just isn't covered. And it isn't really emotionally deep, but it is River really poured his energy into the music. He really poured his spirit into making a song that almost projects him in a way. And the electricity of life, I would have to say.
That's understandable.
And I gotta say, the music video is very fun. With the sumo wrestlers trying to push each other out of the ring, and training montage and stuff like that. Very fun, very funny, very, very Weezer.
But questionable. Don't let your parents walk in watching you watch sumo wrestlers slow dance. Look like they're fighting in slow motion, zooming in on their bodies. It's so
very
stupid.
tasteful.
Tasteful sumo wrestling. It's funny.
Fan service.
Fan service, because everyone wants to see that. I think the most.
They want to see them sumo bodies.
No, I want to see the sumo wrestlers sing the song, which is why they do it.
Yeah.
In a sort of choir formation. It's beautiful. That's my Weezer video highlight.
Weezer approved.
Yes, I approve. And
Weezer approved.
Exactly. And as for my opinion on Hash Pipe, I'm pretty much in the same boat. I love it. And its little dun, 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 very heavy hitting guitars are pretty much iconic to this song.
Well, it's very iconic to Weezer when you
Exactly.
say. That's what I try to refer to when I say like Weezer riffs or Weezer punk rock riffs.
Mm-hmm.
They have their music almost down to a science. And when it comes to making a feeling of Weezer, you have your Weezer-y sound, and then you add a couple of spikes. You spike in your Weezer sound with a couple of Weezer punk rock, or a little bit of a Weezer riff somewhere.
Right. So, next up, we got another big favorite by most people, Island in the Sun, a song that I'd say most people that haven't heard Weezer before, or don't listen to them that much, have definitely heard before. And for good reason. It's a pretty friendly song, probably was played on the radio plenty of times, so it was probably very easy to get exposed to it at the time. And as for the song itself, it's a very chill song in comparison to Hash Pipe before it. Yeah, it's not really it's more, yes, very nice and soothing.
It's almost, not quite ukulele, but a very light orchestral.
Yeah, almost like it's trying to imitate a softer kind of instrument.
Yeah. Well, it's either like a light orchestral piece, I would say, or maybe even just a standard acoustic piece.
Right.
It has that very, very light, very fluffy, very, very happy-go-lucky sound, I would have to say. And Island in the Sun is very fun overall.
Definitely. And I'd say that the chorus, where they actually get a bit more rock into there, makes it add a little je ne sais quoi, some spice into that dish to make it a complete masterpiece.
I think Island in the Sun, so Weezer has a couple of sets of songs I would put them in. So you have, of course, like you have your Blue Album-esque songs, which are like about being yourself and about showing what your true colors are and not being afraid to show that, right?
Right.
Then you have your Pinkerton songs, which is the more dealing with the darker emotions of upsettings and not being able to control how your life wants to be and things like that, or not being able to help other people in their lives as they want to. But then you also have your very very Weezery songs, like just Weezer for being Weezer and Weezer for being silly, which is kind of what you get from Hash Pipe. But then you also have the style of Island in the Sun, where you have a very Weezery, very happy feeling. You just have something to lift you up, and it doesn't fly for you, but it'll help you get on your feet again.
Yeah, and I'd say that's the kind of feeling that it's shown throughout Green, really. Just a happy-go-lucky, happy feel.
Yeah. So our next song, Crab.
Oh,
Crab
get the pincers.
Crab is a rockin' jam in my opinion. I love Crab. Crab is a very fun song. It's a very silly song, but it's also a bit of an emotional song, if you can tell. So overall, I think Crab is one of my favorite songs on Green. Not because of how funny it is or how silly it is, but just because of how easy it is to listen to and how fun it is to just enjoy going with it. You know, and
don't go spoiling your favorites.
yeah, I know, I'm not.
Okay.
But just like Crab at the booty tain't gonna do no good.
That's just a silly lyric.
It's a funny, silly lyric. However, if you wanted to dig a little bit deeper into it, you could, and you could find an idea of don't worry about chasing things because it's not going to do anything. Or don't chase something that you don't think is going to be worth it. Or
Right.
chasing something for the sense of it not being the full thing. Like chasing a dream almost.
Oh, I'm supposed to follow that up. That's just, we're on point today, Jens.
Yeah.
We got similar opinions, because, I mean, this isn't really a divisive album. I mean, it's not a hard album to love. And because with songs like Crab, Island in the Sun, Hash Pipes that are just there to be good and let you enjoy them, it's just how it is for all of them, and Crab is a definite.
I'd say Green overall is just a very, very easy to enjoy, very easy to like album.
Right.
It's not a love it or hate it. It's not a what would you rate it. It's just a
I like it, and we all
it's
like it together.
It's a like it, and it's hard not to.
Exactly.
It's like a snake oil salesman.
Crab is a definite good example
Without the
of
bad
this.
side. It's a snake oil salesman without the snake oil.
Ooh, what a deal.
Oh, so what do you think of the next song?
Ooh, Knockdown Dragout.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I'm just kind of mad with it because I don't know, it just doesn't have the feel that I enjoy as much as the other songs. Not that it's bad, but it kind of made me notice a little bit about Green, and that's that because of its simplicity, it kind of simplifies the guitar solos, which are like my favorite part of most songs in general, because you know, the guitar solos, most of them are pretty big. They're iconic kind of pieces, the biggest parts of them, because the instrument gets a second to impress you. It's like, here I am, here's my solo, I'm here to impress you. But in this one, it's kind of like, in most of the songs in Green, it's just them going over the chorus that was sung. And in all honesty, the chorus is just kind of meh for me, so it makes the guitar solo a little worse. But at the same time, the song itself is just pretty solid.
I gotta say, you are correct about having less like guitar solo in it. However, it does have a lot more just heavier and more Weezery guitars overall in the whole song. Knockdown Dragout Fight is a very interesting song when it comes to just the melody and the music that they make with it, not quite the lyrics by itself. It has a very Weezery feel, very punk rockiness to it that can't really be found very easily nowadays, you know? And with that kind of music, it can be good to put you in a nice mood. It's not going to put you like in a deep, dark mood like a lot of Pinkerton or thinking mood like Pinkerton, but it is very, very easy to listen to, put it on in the background, have fun with it, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a very fun, loving song overall, I think.
Ooh. Guys, this one, Smile. That's our next song. You want to smile? 1 minute. There you go.
Don't
You
do
listen.
that ever again.
Don't do. Yeah. Mm.
You're being the Joker now.
You want to smile? You listen to this song because you want to know why. It's because it's rocking hard, but laying back. It makes me laid back listening to it, even though it's got some pretty good and strong guitars to it. Stronger than most of the laid back feeling. It's like if Island in the Sun kind of got a little manlier. And so the thing about Smile is that the verses in this song are really short and they aren't really the main focus. As the chorus is the main focus because it is quite a lengthy part of the song itself and it kind of changes throughout. Like in the beginning, it's pretty short. The way you want to wrap me up is I just smile. That's the first part of it. That's how it ends. But then, as we go through the next second verse, it adds another part after that, because the first part was, I don't know, a little more energetic, and then the kind of like a ramp up to something, and then this is the kind of slope down. I can't be gone for very long, like just the kind of chill, let yourself settle from that. And together it makes a really good chorus all together, and that's why it's one of my favorite choruses.
I have to say, with the song Smile, message in it is very nice overall, and it goes very well along with the music that they've made for it. Smile being especially about wanting to be with a girl and being with her and wanting to spend more time with her and wanting to either be able to make her smile or smiling for her in a
Right.
way. It's a very simplistic message, a very happy message, and a very happy time in the life of Weezer, I think.
Yeah, it's wholesome.
Yeah, it's very.
It's got a wholesome feel to it.
What would you say if most things you read were not complicated?
I'd say that's pretty cool, actually, because you know me, I'm not very good at getting complicated things down.
Well, with our next track, it has the same idea in a way. We got simple pages.
Mhm.
Simple pages.
Simple pages? How are they so simple, Mark?
The messages that they convey do not have a lot of words. They have the words that they need and nothing more than that. What do you think of simple pages?
Simple pages is kind of, it's, I mean, at the very start, it sounds like it's going to be something a little different from everything, with its kind of more, it doesn't really give off a happy feel immediately. It's more like hash pipe with a crunch guitar kind of thing to it, heavy, hard, and it's not really, it doesn't stay like that, definitely not. It goes something more to photograph with, just to, give me some love, something like just upbeat and happy, which I thought was an interesting way to just flip the script on me out of nowhere. But I mean, they kind of go back into it for a little bit with the little rougher guitar and all that, but for some reason I just don't understand why they would do that. Like, I'd just rather have maybe if you're just gonna have the littlest bit of it, like almost nothing to the point where it doesn't seem necessary, maybe you just shouldn't have it. It's not like it's terrible, but it's just my thing with it.
When it comes to simple pages, I think its name is very, very, very good for what it is. It's a very simple song, and it's a very simple message it's trying to convey.
Right.
It's conveying about wanting to be with someone and wanting to be loved by them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's pretty much all that is. It's wanting to be with someone and being loved by them and loving them as well.
Right.
And with the lyrics, it's just laid out right in front of you, very simply, I suppose. Overall, it has a very pop rocky Weezer rhythm. I would have to say it's not very punk rocky, but it's very very poppy, very peppy, very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And with a lot of the songs in the Green Album, it is a very happy, upbeat song. Very different from Blue and Pinkerton. But I think all the albums in Weezer do have a different feeling and a different idea in each album.
Right.
And I would have to say this is one of the more happier songs overall, or one of the happiest albums.
All right. Our next song is Glorious Day. And the thing about this song is it's kind of like Simple Pages with its kind of switching the script on you. Because at the beginning it's kind of soft and stuff, just plucking away. And then it comes out with a little rocking pump up kind of jam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when he's going, hey, hey, you kind of want to go, hey, because it's a pump up kind of feel to it. And then for the chorus, it gets all uplifting and kind of feel to it. It just is the kind of thing that keeps you energetic, really.
Yeah.
And that's how I would describe the song, just energetic, a pump you up jam.
Yeah, that's very, very good. Glorious Day is a very, very fun, very happy, very pumpy song. Very upbeat and very enjoyable overall. The message is fairly simple. It's just having a good day, having a glorious day because you're with people you want to be with. Being and doing things that you want to do and being with someone you want to be with. And it's the idea of being very happy because of the fact that who you're with. And it's very, very simple and a very easy concept for a lot of people to grasp.
Right.
Where when people are in the company of people they really enjoy, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll enjoy it anyways. And Glorious Day is no different to that, I think.
Yeah.
And the final track on Green, Oh Girlfriend. What do you think of this?
Oh Girlfriend is a pretty solid ending song. And crap, 1 minute. Can you take over for this real quick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember everything.
So, Oh Girlfriend is a very interesting song. It is not really punk rocky Weezer, but it's a lot more pop rocky Weezer, or very Weezer in general, I would say. And Oh Girlfriend, I believe, is a very good capstone to the Green Album overall. When it comes to Weezer albums, I think they are very good at doing a couple of things. One of which being able to start the track and end the track with equally good songs that will, once put onto the entire track, actually makes the whole track a very nice rounded record, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think Oh Girlfriend is no different. It is very fun. It is very easy. It is a very nice song to listen to. And it's a very happy one as well, in a way.
Yeah.
If not in the lyrics, then in the music, I would say.
Definitely.
And it's very enjoyable and easy to consume as a listener.
Since Mark covered most of it, I just have one little thing I like about Oh Girlfriend that I'll just add into that. And that's kind of the flow between the verses and the main chorus is a flow I really enjoy. It's just kind of smooth, as the song pretty much is as a whole, really. And that is very enjoyable to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now it's time to say our favorites and least favorites.
We
We
are ready. We are ready here.
Yep.
So how are we gonna start?
You go.
Me go.
You go.
Favorite or least favorite? I'll
You
let you
choose.
pick. Okay, then we'll start with my favorite. Okay, boys, this is like a hard one too. It's like Pinkerton all over again. My brain gonna melt on me, but I'm gonna have to go with Smile for all the reasons that I said before. Because, like, you ever hear that song where it has just the catchiest chorus and you just love it to bits and you wish you could hear it over and over again? Smile is that song, except it really does just let you listen to that chorus over and over again. And since most of the songs in Green go under 2 minutes, it really doesn't overstay its welcome. It's there, it's gone, like a cool autumn breeze.
Okay. Now, my favorite is a little divided between three. However, I would have to say the only reason I pick a top out of these three is because of the fact that it, to me, is one of the most memorable Green Album Weezer songs. And it is the most memorable because it randomly will pop into my head and it will randomly start playing and I'll enjoy it the whole way through.
Right.
And that would have to be, I think my favorite is probably Hash Pipe.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think Hash Pipe is a very good Weezer song because it has a very Weezer feeling to it. It's not complicated, it's very fun, it's very easy to listen to, and you enjoy it whenever you do. I have to say, Hash Pipe is my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standout song, I'd say, especially in Green Album,
Yeah.
you know? It's kind of easy for it to just be like, hey, that's pretty memorable whenever you think of Green
Yeah.
Album. All right, so since I started the favorites, you want to start least favorites?
No, how about you do that?
This man is putting all the hard decisions onto me first.
Yep.
Oh, see, okay. It's not like choosing over your favorite children like in Pinkerton. It's more like just having a bunch of friends, and it's like, hey,
Telling
you can't,
which one to get in
yeah,
the backseat of the
telling
car.
which one that, hey, the rest of the guys here, like all your friends are in an argument. They all don't like, they won't let one guy out at least. It's like, I don't know, guys. I like you all. You're all liked.
It's like you have a sedan, and your sedan has two front seats, the driver and the passenger, and then you have your back seats, which you have three.
Right.
And you have
The back.
you have three people,
Right.
and you have to choose which three you want to go into the back, and which one of the three you want to go into the middle of the back.
Right.
And you're gonna have an enjoyable time because you're with friends anyways, but you
Maybe
gotta
those friends will
stick
feel-
someone there. You gotta put someone
Who
in
do
there.
I stick in the back of the sedan?
Well,
You actually came up with
yeah.
something? Okay, then I'll let
I've
you
had something.
ease my
You
mind
dingy.
here.
You dingy, I've had something.
Well, I need to give my mind a second to stop crying.
Okay. I gotta say, this might be a little bit controversial, but
Oh,
this
heck.
show is, and it's all right.
We're
all friends
controversial here on Weezer Review.
It's all okay,
Okay.
because we gotta know we're gonna have to go back to the shack at one point.
Oh, yeah?
And it'll be all right in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I would probably put my least favorite song on the Green Album to be. I'd have to put "Oh Girlfriend."
Oof.
It's not because it's a bad song, but it's very much because I don't think it's as Weezer as the rest. All the Weezer has the Weezer, but this one has just that much less.
He was out-Weezered by the other Weezers.
Yeah, it's like you have 100 points to go around, but you have an odd number of people and you can't split it evenly.
Right.
So, in "Oh Girlfriend" is like 1 or 2 points lower than the rest. And the main reason I would say that is, for me, it's not the most memorable song on the Green Album. It doesn't stick to me as much as certain songs like Hash Pipe or Island in the Sun, Knockout, Dragout, or Smile, or Simple Pages, or Don't Let Go even. Don't Let Go is a real sticker, I think.
I think so.
But "Oh Girlfriend" kind of just, it sticks for as long as you have it, but it'll fall off a little later. And
Yeah.
maybe it'll retain a little bit if you listen to that song last and then stop, and then that'll just be sticking into your mind for a while, but it's gonna fall off, unlike "Don't Let Go." "Don't Let Go" doesn't really want to let go.
All right, gents. I'm an indecisive fellow, but I think I finally made up my mind.
You can say that again.
Okay. My least favorite song in Green Album is gonna have to be Knockdown, Dragout.
Ooh.
Because, I don't know, I guess for the same reasons. It's because I have to pick someone.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get voted off of Total Drama, and if I had to vote...
And it ain't gonna be Crab.
And it ain't gonna be Crab. That's a good way of putting it. So,
It's never.
I'm really not gonna say anything bad about it, because I like it. So I'm just gonna have to say, out of all of them, it's just my least favorite. So it's just it's the least liked. Yeah, that's better.
It's the least liked out of all the children.
Don't put it like that, man. You make me feel bad.
It's like you go to a restaurant that you really like. It's like a mom and pop diner. No matter what you pick, you're gonna like it, but your preferences might be a little different from the next person.
Right.
And no matter what you pick, the mom and pop aren't gonna be upset at you. You're just gonna pick whatever you like best.
Right. Coming up with a lot of analogies today, huh?
Well, Weezer is a big analogy, I think. It's a big analogy for Rivers and his ideas, you know, and Weezer is no exception. And the Green Album overall is just one of the chapters in Weezer that is very happy, very fun, and very glad to be here for the time it is.
Definitely. All right, gents, we've made it to the very, very end
It's
where
time
we
to rate it.
review this greenest album.
Yes. So I think I shall go first this time.
Oh, okay, now you're going to go first.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Green Album overall is a very fun album, very happy album, and I like it. It's a very enjoyable one. It may not be the first one I put into the player, but it's not going to be the last. So I would have to give this a solid 8 out of 10 lightning guitar straps.
Whew. Hear that, gents? Well,
I'm putting it equal to Blue, you hear me? It's Blue in a different way.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's where Blue is about being yourself and being true to your own form, where Green is being happy because you can be, and being happy because of that. And it's enjoyable overall.
I like Green, and pretty much every single song in it is solid. There's like no down points, and unlike some other people, Holiday. Anyway, so since it's very consistent, I would like to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10 crabs.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, so that means we're going to get a nice solid
8.25
Yeah.
crabs out
Ta-da.
of 10 lightning guitar straps.
Very, very easy, very, very simple to understand. So, I gotta say now, I think we're in a new point in era when it comes to Weezer, and our next Weezer album is going to be very on the line with Green, but in a different way, where I believe a lot of albums are paired together in a way where you have Blue and Pinkerton, Green and Maladroit, Make Believe and Ratitude, all things like that. And they're all connected in a bit of a different way, but they have almost a similar feeling and a message behind them. And if you want us to continue this, I gotta say, if you enjoy what we make, comment below and tell us what we should do better. Tell us what we need to do better.
Tell us your favorites and least favorites, so we can tell you why you're wrong.
Do you love it? Do you hate it? What would you rate it?
Woo! Would you give us 8.5 crabs out of 10? I would.
8.25.
Oh, 8.5.
8.25.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Next episode when we're gonna be reviewing Maladroit.
Woo, that's gonna be fun. Have a good one, gents.